There is one reason why the dal tadka served in your favorite dhaba restaurant tastes richer, smokier, and unbelievably satisfying, while the one we make at home often falls flat. Most people think it's because of expensive ingredients or powerful commercial stoves, but that's not true. Today, Amma is revealing her six traditional secret that completely transforms an ordinary dal into a restaurant style masterpiece using simple ingredients already sitting in your kitchen. And in this video, she'll reveal one smoky flavor technique that almost nobody talks about, yet it creates the same deep roasted aroma that restaurants achieve over high flames. Once you try it, you don't think you'll ever make dal tadka the old way again. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Traditional taste, Amma's secret recipes. And this is all we need to make dal tadka. Take a screenshot if you want. Today I'm using whole moong dal and I've soaked it overnight. Take a look at this. You can see how beautifully the grains have swollen. They have almost doubled in size. This simple step makes a huge difference. The dal cooks faster, the texture becomes creamier, and it's much easier to digest. Let's add this dal into the pressure cooker with the water and now add half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, half an inch of fresh ginger cut into juliennes, one green chili, and now comes Amma's first secret. Take one black cardamom, gently crack it open and add it directly into the cooker. Most people skip this ingredient, but during pressure cooking, black cardamom slowly releases its deep smoky aroma into the dal itself instead of only flavoring the tempering later. It creates layer of flavors right from the beginning, and this is the secret that no restaurants or no hoteliers will ever reveal. But you know Amma. Now pour in 2 cups of water, give everything a quick mix. Close the lid and pressure cook until the dal becomes perfectly soft. For me, that takes about 3 whistles, followed by natural pressure release. Once the pressure cooker has released naturally, open the cooker. Look at that. The dal is perfectly cooked. Now remove the black cardamom. By now it's already done its job, so we don't need it anymore. Using a smasher or the back of the ladle, lightly mash the dal. Don't make it completely smooth. Leaving a few whole grains gives the final dish a beautiful restaurant style texture. Now let's keep this aside and prepare the flavor base. Now let's see how to make that first tadka. Place an iron kadai over a medium heat, add 2 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil becomes hot, add 1 inch of cinnamon stick, 4 clove and a half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera. Allow these whole spices to bloom for around 10 seconds. Immediately your kitchen will begin to smell incredible. Now add 2 finely chopped onions. Cook them patiently. Don't rush this step. Allow the onions to soften and turn beautifully translucent. This usually takes about 2 minutes. Once the onions are ready, add 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger garlic paste. Fresh paste makes a noticeable difference here. Add a small pinch of turmeric and a little salt and continue cooking until the raw smell completely disappears. Now it's time for the tomatoes. Add 2 finely chopped tomatoes. Cook them slowly until they become completely soft and jammy. This is the foundation of the rich dal tadka. The better your onion tomato base, the better your final dish will taste. Keep note of that. The tomatoes have now broken down beautifully. This is exactly the texture we are looking for. At this stage, reduce the flame slightly before adding the spice powder. Now add 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, half a teaspoon of jeera powder and a quarter teaspoon of freshly ground pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder. And now comes the Amma's second secret. She always adds just a quarter teaspoon of amchur powder, that's dry mango powder. It doesn't make the dal sour. Instead, it gently lifts all the flavor and gives the finished dal a subtle restaurant style tang that keeps you coming back for another spoonful. It's a tiny ingredient, but it makes surprisingly a big difference. Now mix all the spices together. Here, where many home cooks unknowingly make a mistake. Dry spices burn very quickly, and once they burn, that's it. The bitterness cannot be fixed. So instead of frying them dry, Amma always sprinkles a small splash of water into the pan, just enough to create a thick masala paste. This allows the spices to cook gently, develop their flavors, and releases their natural oils without burning. Continue cooking until you can see the oil separating around the edges. That's when you know the masala is perfectly cooked. And now we are at the biggest secret of today's recipe. The secret that gives this dal tadka a unmistakable smoky restaurant flavor. Most restaurants achieve this naturally because they cook over extremely powerful burners. At home, we don't have that kind of a flame. But Amma has been recreating the same flavor for years using one simple technique. Tilt the kadai slightly towards the flame, just enough for the fire to briefly kiss the edge of the pan. As the flame touches the oil, you will notice tiny flash of fire inside the kadai. The fire catches that masala. Immediately stir with masala continuously and let the fire incorporate with the masala. Be very cautious while doing this. Don't panic. With practice, you will be expert in this. Immediately stir the masala continuously. Those few seconds are enough. So what actually happens here? The intense heat briefly caramelizes the oil and spices at the surface. That creates new roasted aroma compound. The same kind of the deep flavor that develops on high-powered restaurant burners. It's quick, it's simple, and it gives your dal tadka a beautiful smoky depth without using charcoal. This is Amma's oldest kitchen technique. And you know my Amma, she is sharing this also with you. And now it's time to bring everything together. Pour the cooked dal directly into the masala, give everything a thorough mix. You will immediately notice how beautifully the creamy dal absorbs all those roasted spices. If the consistency feels slightly thick, add little hot water. Adjust the salt if required. Now allow the dal to simmer for another 2 to 3 minutes. Do not rush this stage. These few minutes allow every flavor to blend into one rich, creamy and comforting bowl of dal tadka. Now for the finishing double tadka. And according to my Amma, this is what separates an ordinary dal tadka from a one served at the best dhabas and restaurants. Now let's see how to make the double tadka. Take a small tempering pan, add 1 tablespoon of pure desi ghee. Once the ghee is hot, add 3 bed ghee chilies. Add chopped or crushed garlic, say around 10 numbers. Now add fresh curry leaves. They'll crackle instantly and release an incredible aroma. Fry it patiently until it's turned a beautiful golden brown. Not pale, not burnt, perfectly golden nutty brown. Now add a little kasturi methi to the hot ghee. Finish with just a pinch of Kashmiri red chili powder for that vibrant restaurant color. The aroma at this stage is absolutely irresistible. Without waiting, immediately pour this sizzling tempering over the dal. Listen to that sound. That's the flavor locking itself into the every spoonful. Finish with the finely chopped coriander leaves. Give it one final gentle stir, and your restaurant style smoky double tadka dal is ready to serve. Rich, creamy, perfectly balanced and filled with layer of flavor that most people never achieve at home. This is Amma style perfect double dal tadka. If you enjoyed learning these traditional Amma kitchen secrets, don't keep them to yourself. Share this recipe with someone who had been trying to make restaurant style dal tadka at home but never quite gets that perfect flavor. And if you are new to Deepak's Kitchen, consider subscribing and pressing the bell icon. Every Tuesday and Friday, we are bringing you authentic recipes, timeless techniques, and traditional kitchen secrets that have been passed down through generations. so you can recreate truly unforgettable food in your own home. Until we meet again in the next video, this is Deepak Kshatriya signing off, and Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Namaskara. This dal is the true taste of home. Simple, fresh, and made with love. I hope you enjoy it.